Welcome back. Got another request for another review, so welcome back to today's episode of Only Reviews. So, yeah, it's my OR channel. um, let's see here. I am going to take a look at the basics. This is running a 3 bait plan, which is really good. I usually look at the tank ship first. So the scepter here. So we were here looking for the tank. Critical resistance, toughen. All of the abilities on the scepter looks good. I would suggest if you can roll out one of these abilities. I'm not sure if you rolled out anything yet, but one of them to be indomitable will. And we can always look at more in depth of which ability was able to roll out. Right off of the bat here, what I would do here for this one is put a Clut into first mate position, give him the Armor of Vitality, also the Lion's Roar. Logic behind that is he is somewhat awakened. If you look at the stats here, you have him somewhat awakened. So because of that, he's going to benefit a lot more from the 20% stat increase in the first mate position. So with that being said, I'd swap a clip with Obi. I would also put UG into the scepter instead of Ahab, because of the fact that you have your ship taking on the majority of the aggro. UG has the fourth ability where he converts damage into healing. So that's why the logic behind putting UG on the scepter is there. So your ship formation here should be UG, a Clut. And then let's see what else you can put in here. So fourth position. I would do Obi at the last position. So you can go UG, a Clut, and then Obi as your scepter. You have your sacred armor, which is good for that one. I see here for your healing. Oh, forgot. Scepter, what I would also do here is break down this armor of vitality on a navigator and actually start to star up and max out the levels of your main characters. So you want to be able to put the best armor on him. So UG already has a plume, so that's good. So UG will be on scepter, so you're good there. You'll have the vitality on a Clut, and then you'll swap the armor from Engrave over to Obi, which will be decent. Let's see here. Okay, so we'll go to the healing. Umar doesn't do as much healing as I'd like for him anymore, so I took him out. What I would suggest is taking him out and testing it and see which one actually looks better for you. But you can do your lineup as Tien, Elizabeth, and then Lena, right? So since you took Elizabeth out from your flagship, you can have that open up. With that being open, you put Ahab here. You can throw Tigrin back up here on your flagship. And then you'll want to put Lila. Keep Lila there. See, let me see how many sacreds you have. damage. So you don't want your Iron Blood on your flag. Iron Blood is going to be your best damage dealer, and since your fire ship is really well off and you have the Scarlet Dragon, I would put the Iron Blood onto the Scarlet, since it's going to be your best damage dealer. Find another half and half set of the Sacred on your Steam Wing. Because it's a healing ship, you don't want to attract too much aggro and pull aggro like the majority of it. You'll want your secondary tank ship to be your flagship. So with that being said, go half Sacred, half goddess, or half Sovereign. So you can do Sacred and Sovereign on the flagship. Oh, I'm sorry. All Sacred on the flagship, since it's going to be a tank ship, which will have your Ahab. Put Tigrin in there, give him a try, and then Lila. On your Steam Wing, the logic behind that is because it's healing, you want to do half and half. So you only want to do half Sacred and then half Sovereign for that. I find that the trinket of Lila is not as good as the elixir. So I would take the elixir from Rocket and put him onto Lila, give that a try and see which one works better. The debuffs that you're going to get less damage of fire and water might not be as good as the elixir. But once again, try it with both rotations. Do the hero positioning swap first. Do 2 tests, and then swap one thing out, which is like, for example, the elixir to Lila, and then find somebody around your level grade and start doing damage testing and see if that's better survivability. So you do have one set of Iron Blood, which is really good, but it's on the wrong ship. It should be on your Scarlet. You'll see major improvement once you make those changes. And then same thing with Sacred. Put Sacred onto your flagship instead of full Sacred on your Steam Wing. I'd even go Sovereign on here first. Anything else I would suggest is, oh yes, on your Scepter, you have the right concept. You want to have the trinkets maxed out, especially all shields if possible. Max those out as possible, meaning maxing out as into level 100, so you have full benefits of stats. So you want to have your Scepter the beefiest as possible, highest stamina, highest tank damage taking there is. Then your flagship will be the second one, where you want to have second highest stamina and aggro, so that it can take all that. And then finally, your third ship would be your Steam, would be the last one. So the logic behind it is the first to die should be your Scepter, then your flag, and then the third it would be your Steam, while your DPS all stays alive. Other than that, I think that's pretty solid from everything else that I can see here. Except for that armor, I'd break it down. Don't be afraid to break it down and level up another armor. If you don't like it, you can always break it down again and then split the armors up. Having level 100 DPS is great. I would swap out this Vulcan crossbow to one of the golden or yellow trinkets, so you get more strength. Keep in mind, you want to have all your hardest hitter, anything that extra that's in here, because your fire ship's going to be doing the most damage out of your entire fleet. So you want to keep that one hitting the hardest. Other than that, I think this review should be fairly straightforward. Hope this helps, and hope everybody learned something from it. Thanks for watching, and remember to like and subscribe.